avenue. It's more than just a conversation of the past. Rondo is an investment for the future and generations to come. And shaping not only policy to be invested in that idea, but bringing more partners to the table, getting our philanthropy on board, getting our community on board, getting our faith leaders on board, and most importantly, getting our economic development leaders on board as well. Because when we talk about reparations, it is an economic conversation. And also another thing in recognition, women's time on city council, it's been so interesting because I have built this reputation where I am actually going above and beyond of recognizing Black history and Black leadership. It's kind of funny because I'm also called the recognition queen. And I kind of like it. It has a ring to it. But since I've been in office, it hasn't been a month or 2 weeks without me recognizing an organization or a leader or a holiday. We just recognized Black Music Month and have highlighted not only the incredible poet Kendrick Lamar, but highlighted also other hip hop leaders, music, art organization founders. We recognized Juneteenth. It was the first time, I couldn't believe it, in the city of St. Paul that we formally recognized Juneteenth as a holiday. Also recognizing Black History Month and countless leaders. And, I'll leave with this, right? When I think about just the essence of the case that we're making for reparations, rooted in slavery and rooted in so many harms that have been mentioned and will be mentioned in the future, it's important that we think about the framework of how we talk about reparations and the entity that who we're talking about it to. And particularly as a city council member, it's really important that we take the time to examine those policies, right? Because here in Minnesota, as we all know, racism has not been as overt, right? In other places, like down south and even Midwest. But what is overt and what we feel is that discrimination when it comes to housing, right? Someone may not have like poor colored or white only signs on the housing, but when you actually put your application for rent and it doesn't match your income and you're not getting those opportunities to be able to work and have a career with that income, that feels very overt. And often, we are like battling through people's rhetoric, right, around like the saying of, people need to just pull themselves up by the bootstraps. And I to a place where it's just like we're always having to fight the rhetoric of, well, reparations is like a handout, or why don't people just work for a job? Why do they want anything free? But when people say pull yourself up by the bootstraps, we often don't give credit to the person who actually made the bootstraps. We don't credit to people who actually built the manufacturing, the companies for the bootstraps, for the boots. And for too long, we don't give credit where credit has, for centuries, been due. And we are not asking for a handout. We aren't even asking for like, hey, we want dignity, because that was what the civil rights movement was about. We're saying we want the fruits of our ancestors' labor so the generations to come can have a fair and equal playing field. And I just wanted to thank, Chair Trevor Cruz, and we have other commissioners here as well, and I see Jeremy English as well in the back. And we have other commissioners. You want to raise your hand? Yes. Thank you. Which we established and made permanent. I also want to share that we have seen their leadership and they had put in a request. They had their first recommendation to the council, and someone who had a background in community organizing and advocacy. I just want to say thank you for recognizing your power. Because you do have that power based off the ordinance, putting the request for $500,000. And I am here to share with you, within 2 weeks, that resolution will be on the agenda, and we will be talking about how we're going to secure those funds. So the Reparations Commission has money invested so they can do their job, right? And that their job is to examine and come back to us and give recommendations on how the city should be investing in reparations in the future. So I just want to say thank you for that. And last but not least, we have had these conversations in book clubs on a grassroots level, and also part of conversations at Geneva. The United Nations was able to meet organizations and leaders on the international stage who are advocating for reparations, and I have been trying my best. I wouldn't say trying, no, I'm doing my best. I have for myself. I'm doing my best in terms that we have the partnerships to ensure that we have the protections necessary to make sure that reparations is alive and thriving, particularly in St. Paul. So again, my office is always open. I think we are advocating. There's so many different ways that we can engage. I am open for interns. If people want to bring their studies and the reports and their work, we welcome that. If you want to have an internship and my office, that's always open. We're also open to, ensuring that we're creating more conversations. If you want me to come and host a conversation and bring our commissioners, that's always an opportunity. If you want to host us in your hometown, we love traveling. Please invite us and recommend us to see how other cities and other countries are doing reparations. And also, in continuing the conversation in different ways. I see a group of young people here. I think the powers that you have is you're able to reach people that we can't, right? I can't. You have a network of people, and there's power in people, right? So sharing and educating with them about what reparations is key. So I just want to say I appreciate everyone that's here. We're going to ensure that conversations keep going and making sure that our leaders are staying focused when it comes to the conversation around reparations. Thank you.
Councilmember Bowie, we see you doing your best. So thank you so much for the support of Ward 1 and the City Council and supporting our commission. Seeing you and your fellow council members in our meetings is very, very supportive, and it makes me feel good to know that we've got the City Council behind us, since we are part of your extension of the City Council. So thank you.